Hey, good morning, everyone. We have sun on the Leesville camera. Not a good thing. Temperatures are warming up quickly across the area, and that means more instability and all that good stuff. Wanted to take a look at one thing here. We actually do have a severe thunderstorm warning, but it's up into Texas. So things are popping off quickly and early this morning, and we're at 66 degrees. Dew point is up to 64. In some cases, those dew points are approaching 70, and that's what we don't want to see. We also don't want to see the sun. You can see the clouds moving quickly from right to left here, and that's just showing that moisture being transported in. Here in Alexandria, we have those low clouds in place as well. I've seen a few peaks of sunshine out here, and again, we don't want sun. That heats things up, and that gives us more instability. So this is what we have going on radar right now. First off, we have what's now called, well, they're still calling it a freeze warning. I think it's called a cold weather advisory now. Maybe that's for the wind chill thing. They change this stuff up on it. It freaks me out. So here is what's going on up north. Thunder, snow. You know what? I'm going to actually stop the show and go into the analysis because that's going to be a little more fun for me to get in there and show you this stuff. So let me get that out of here, and I'm going to put the lightning up and show you some pretty impressive stuff here. So lots of lightning up here in the mixed precipitation and in the snow. And I know this doesn't directly impact us, but everyone loves a little thunder snow and thunder sleet. That's where my family lives. They all have cameras for me to watch, and I've been doing that and just checking out and seeing what they have going on. So lots of fun for me to watch that kind of stuff. Big thunderstorms, hail, sleet, snow, all mixed in the same storms. And down here, when we go into the closer in radars, that is, yeah, there we go. So we're not seeing these storms take off just yet. We have some, again, a severe thunderstorm warning from Hope, Arkansas through Texarkana. That's along the main front right here. Behind this, it gets cold quickly. And then out here, these are the storms we're watching for possible supercellular development. Not there yet, not seeing lightning, but these are going to increase as the forcing and the lift and all that stuff that we talk about increases. So that's what we have going on radar right now. I'll go back into the show and we'll go start with current temperatures. And I was talking about how it was 66 here. Let's see if I'm telling the truth. No, it's up to 70 now. Okay, that's the latest one. It actually did just update. So we're at 70 degrees right now. Dew point 64 at last check. And that is going to provide us plenty of fuel for these thunderstorms. I think the dew point comes up a few degrees, and you can see why here. We have strong southerly winds in place today. Your sustained wind speeds 20 to 25. There comes that front through the area. There will be no doubt when this thing crosses through, we get a big time wind shift. That big convergent zone is where we're going to see a squall line of thunderstorms. And again, our big problems come if we get stuff to develop out ahead of that. And unfortunately, overnight models have shown a little bit of a trend toward that happening. So that's why we added that strong tornado risk into the forecast for today. So thunderstorms 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. That's pretty much your main time. I think about noon to 6 is when we're going to see the worst of this. We'll see that starting out west, and it's going to just kind of push right across the area. Here's what's going on Futurecast for today. By about 2 o'clock, again, there's your main line of storms. It's clear of Shreveport by 2 o'clock, so it's going to be a very quick event up there. It's going to be over within the next hour or so. So that thing gets through Shreveport. But again, look at these supercells out here. We're watching this closely to see what these do. And it looks like they're going to stay just ahead of that line. It's possible the line does surge ahead and catch these by late afternoon. That's what we want, because if that happens, that's going to take away that more significant threat. I think we just get some strong winds inside that line once that happens. Behind this, that's not severe. That's just some thunderstorms or showers that are going to linger behind this. It is going to get cold quickly, but it's going to stay safely above freezing for that. And then we just have that cold air surging in from the north. Could be a few flurries from Memphis over toward Nashville down into Huntsville, but that's going to stay away from us for this one. So here are your here's your look at all the Storm Prediction Center outlooks here, and I just realized I didn't put transitions in, but hey, we're just going to jump from map to map, so it doesn't really matter. That's an enhanced risk that has been expanded a little to the southwest, level 3 of 5, that now goes west of I-49, includes most of Rapides and northeastern Vernon Parish. Don't focus directly on exactly what color you're under here. general idea is from Alexandria to the northeast. That's where we have a little better chance to see those thunderstorms that could become severe and produce tornadoes slightly. I mean, the change is from a 5% to a 10% risk within 25 miles of a point of a tornado here. So yes, that is significant, but in reality, that's still pretty isolated. So here's what I say by no transitions. It just goes boom. It doesn't really do anything. So it kind of freaks me out. But hey, that's okay. Strong tornado risk today. Also not a good thing. From Alexandria and Natchitoches up through Monroe and Faraday up into the Delta region of southeast Arkansas and western Mississippi. So that's why all the storm chasers are down in this area, and we will be watching things closely. Your wind outlook also 30% chance of 30% chance of severe winds that is greater than 58 miles per hour within 25 miles of a point. That is going to be, again, in that enhanced area. From Alexandria up through Monroe, down to the south, we have that 15% risk in place. It's bad if I'm already losing my voice because you know it's going to be a long day. Hail outlook, only 5%. So that is going to be your lower end threat out of this system. So if we're looking for any sort of silver lining, there you go. So we're going to go through the longer range stuff really quickly here because we still don't have a great handle on this. Just first off, storms for today, they exit quickly. That snow stays well to our north. Then we watch this next system that's going to come together. And everything ranges on this thing from, an ice storm overhead to some rain. It does look increasingly likely that we're going to see precipitation, but if that low pressure tracks further north, that's going to pull more warm air in. And when I say warm, I'm talking like it's going to be 38 degrees at the surface, which is where we live. So it's going to be above freezing, but it's going to be nasty. So we're not looking at a severe threat here. We're just looking at a cold rain or something else. We're going to have to watch this as that mixed precipitation area is going to shift north and south in the next few days. I always lean toward it staying a little warmer here. So that's where I'm going to go for right now, just a cold rain. But we are aware of this and watching very closely. And it looks like with this storm today and that system later in the week becoming larger, now we're looking at a total of about 1 to 3 inches in the next 7 days, and probably half of that falls today and the other half falls out of our next system. No matter what, it's going to be cold after today. We go from 74 for a high down to 27 tonight. So after about 2 o'clock, it's going to go below freezing, below 0 Celsius. And once it does that, we are going to stay below freezing probably for about 7 to 8 hours. Then we come up into the 40s for each day. So each day, I think we get above freezing, but it looks like at night for the next 3 or 4 nights, we're going to be at or below freezing, probably mid to upper 20s. So we're not looking at those teens that we kind of talked about last week when this was all coming together, but still several nights of a freeze out there, but hopefully not pipe busting cold. We keep it cold through January 19th. So through into the second third of the month, pretty much through that, we're going to see below normal temperatures. We're going to see a stormy pattern continue. And when I say stormy, I mean that could be rain, that could be thunderstorms, that could be anything active out there, not just your typical tranquil pattern. As you see, we have above normal precip in the forecast, so cold temperatures, little precipitation. Yes, there will be some close calls with the wintry stuff, but we're not explicitly forecasting that just yet. We're going to be watching it. I'll be talking more about this after we get through the severe threat today. We'll take one more look at radar, then get on out of here. There is your radar. So we have our freeze warnings in place across the southern part of the area. It's going to be below freezing area wide tonight, so I'm not sure exactly on the calculus of who gets the freeze warning and who does not, but it's going to be below freezing for us all after a high in the mid-70s. These storms not cranking up just yet, but they're about to, I think, within the next hour or two. So that's what we're looking at. Let me see. I know, Mom. I wish I was there too. I've got the cameras up. I'm watching all that stuff, watching it snow up there, and man, it's beautiful. Looking out at the Toledo Bend camera and the Natchitoches camera over Sibley Lake over my head. It's cloudy, it's ominous, and these thunderstorms are going to start to increase. I am going to be here through the morning and afternoon and ready to go live when necessary, but I don't think that'll happen probably for the next, at least hour or so. But it does look like a tornado watch is going to be issued, and I don't see it yet, but it is probably going to happen by about 11 o'clock. And we're going to be here for it. All right, I'll see you back. I know I will be seeing lots of you today, so I'll let you go right now. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. See you in an hour or two.